Hello, my name is Kyle Jarris, and I'm the Education Director at the Academy of Model Aeronautics. I'm glad you found this quick project, and I know you're going to have a great time and learn a lot. Without further ado, enjoy this quick project.
Hey everybody, my name is Kyle. I'm the Education Specialist at the AMA, and today we have a very special holiday edition of one of our quick projects. To get kind of into the Halloween spirit, this is our paper bat. So for those of you who have made a lot of paper airplanes or are really interested in paper airplanes, this is going to help you take it a little bit to the next level with some holiday spirit. And we can go ahead and get started. So the first thing that's different about this paper airplane as opposed to a traditional paper airplane, apart from how it looks, is that we are going to use a square of paper instead of a rectangle. So I've already cut this piece of paper down to a square, and you can see it has a diagonal fold in it. So we're just going to go ahead and make another diagonal fold the other way. So we kind of have an X of creases on our paper. All right. And as always with paper airplanes, it is very important that you get your creases lined up exactly the way you want. So be very careful about where you put your folds before you make the creases. All right, so now that we have these two diagonal creases here, we're actually gonna flip the paper over and we're gonna fold it in half the other way, lining up the edges with each other instead of the corners. All right, so we're gonna make that fold, then we're gonna unfold it and do the same thing again the other direction. So we've got paper divided into basically eighths here. All right, so this is what we've got. We're gonna flip it back to the way it was. And this is the first kind of unusual fold that you may find in this design. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take the two sides of the paper here and we're gonna collapse it. And if you do that, you should have a triangle here that kind of has a bunch of layers to it. All right, so there's our triangle. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the two corners of this top layer and we are gonna fold them up so they meet the third corner up here. Now the thing about this paper airplane design is that a lot of these steps are a lot easier to understand if you actually see them done as opposed to me trying to describe them. So just watch very, very carefully and I'm gonna try to make this as clear as I can. All right, so we've got this little diamond here in the middle and now we're gonna take these two corners and fold them down to the bottom. Just like that. All right, so with that, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the two bottom edges of this diamond here and we are gonna fold them to the center of the paper. So now we should have what looks sort of like a kite shape in the middle here, kind of like your traditional kite. So we're gonna unfold those now. And we are gonna do the exact same thing, only with these edges of the diamond. So we're still gonna have a kite shape, it's just gonna be kind of flipped in the other direction. So there we go. All right, so now if you look at this little diamond here that we formed, it should have two X's, one on either side of the middle. All right. So what we're gonna do with these creases now is we're gonna collapse them kind of similarly to the way we did with our big square. So we're gonna start with the first fold that we made, and as it comes down, we're gonna collapse the other fold underneath it so that we have something that looks kind of like this. All right, we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. All right. So now we have something that looks kind of like this. All right, and we're gonna flip the paper over again, and we're gonna take this top corner, we're gonna fold it down until it touches the middle edge of the whole thing. All right, it's starting to take shape here. You kind of see how that looks? All right, now what we're gonna do, this is the last step that might be a little bit tricky. So what we're gonna do now is we can see that there are these two little triangles up here near the front, and we're just gonna take the top of them, top of those two corners, and we're gonna fold them out to make the bat's ears here. All right, and try to get them to match so that they're symmetrical. All right, now if you want to leave it like that, that'd be just fine. That looks kind of like little bat ears. That would be just fine. But what I've done with this first one here is I've actually taken those two tabs and I've folded them the other direction as well. And once I have the crease going both ways, what that lets me do is I can take this top corner and I can flip it inside out. And that makes the ears just a little bit more stiff. It holds them in place a little bit better. And I think it helps make the paper bat fly a bit more stably. All right, so there we go. We've got our ears. And now we're gonna take the bat, we're gonna fold it in half, the whole thing. We're going to take the wings, and starting from this corner all the way down to the end, we're going to fold a little flap over, and we're going to turn it over. We're going to do the same thing with the other wing. And you always want to make sure that these are symmetrical, so make sure that those creases line up, make sure that they are mirror images of each other. And then we're going to kind of unfold those creases we just made. We're going to try to arrange the folds so that when you view it from behind, it kind of is a shallow letter M shape. So this is what we have here. And that means we are finished. So we have our paper bats here. And you can probably tell that you don't throw these the same way that you throw a typical paper airplane. They don't really have anywhere that you can grab onto the bottom like a regular paper airplane has. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your pointer finger and lay it right over the top of the paper here. Kind of support it underneath with your thumb and your middle finger, and all you have to do is just kind of point it off to where you want it to fly and give it a gentle toss with kind of a little flicking motion with your fingers. So let's see how this one flies. All right, that was pretty good. So these make a great Halloween kind of gift if you're looking for a socially distant way to engage with your trick-or-treaters. This might be a great gift for getting them into their trick-or-treat baskets from your front porch without having to get too close to each other. Or they are just a great way to have fun on Halloween without going trick-or-treating at all. So, or, you know, if you just like paper airplanes, this is a great way to kind of fold something a little bit out of the ordinary, a little bit more different. So, hope you have fun making these. Best of luck with them, and happy Halloween.
Hey guys, I hope you had a great time with that quick project. We have a ton more content available, so be sure to check out the website amaflightschool.org and modelaircraft.org, both of which have a plethora of resources. Until next time, we'll see y'all later. Keep flying.